Alright guys, today we're gonna talk about tripods. And if you think that you don't need a tripod, trust me, you do. And today I just want to explain how I personally choose a tripod. So I got these two guys. One of them is one of first tripods, and other one is my brand new tripod. Can you guess which one is the new one? This one. This is the old one. Alright, so we're gonna start with the old one. First of all, I have to say that at the time when I was buying this one, that was like the best option that I could afford. So what I like about this tripod, it's steady, which is quite the most important thing about the tripod, to be honest, is your tripod has to be steady. And this one is steady, but it's way too fucking heavy. I mean, honestly, if you have like a very little setup, like only tiny camera and this tripod, then probably it may work for you. But if you have like a camera, flashlight, I don't know, maybe a softbox, reflector, flash meter, then if you are a film photographer, you have a bunch of film, filters, another lens, and all of that is inside of your huge backpack, then trust me, you don't want to carry this huge thing around. Especially if you have an outdoor shooting, because trust me, I've done a lot of outdoor shootings with this tripod, and I'm so fucking tired every time when I need to go somewhere like far, like really far. I know that it's gonna be a really hard thing to do. Let's move on to the second thing that I don't really like about this tripod, is the number of sections. You see here you have only two sections which you can unfold and basically make your tripod bigger, and you have only two of them, so you can just flip two of these. It's not really comfortable, and I will explain to you a bit later why exactly. The reason number three why I don't like this tripod anymore is the head. Let me explain you why. So basically, I'm gonna say as a photographer, okay? I know that videographer might need that feature, but as a photographer, I just hate when the tripod has this kind of head. And as you can see, you have these two, let's call it sticks. So you have those two sticks, which you can move your camera, rotate it like 360 around, and you know, when I operate with those sticks, I imagine like I am some kind of a surgeon, because when you want to just slightly move your camera, you need to go like, oh fuck, it's left or right, or it's left or where this one is locked but this one is unlocked, and you just keep trying to achieve this perfect angle, and it's really not comfortable. Trust me, you don't want these ugly things on your tripod if you're a photographer, because if you are a videographer, then it makes sense. Because if you want to like make like pan down, I'm not sure if that's the correct name of this movement, camera movement, so you can just do this with your tripod. I know that they go like this, and that's like this. So if you are a videographer, then maybe this makes sense for you, but as a photographer, trust me, those things are just that's a no for me. One more important thing about this tripod is it doesn't have the hook right here, so you cannot make it more stable if you want, because when you get a professional tripod, you always have this kind of hook right here where you can just put some extra weight and your tripod actually becomes more and more stable, so any kind of wind cannot throw your camera away from your tripod. So it's a good thing, and unfortunately this one doesn't have this hook. And the last thing that I can tell you about this tripod is this thing, which goes directly to your camera. I don't know the name of it. Anyway, so you see right here, I'll hide you. Up. You don't need a coin to attach this thing to your camera, because you see you have quite a big grip, so you can just do this with your fingers. You don't need to have this fucking coin every time, because it's really annoying when you have to carry around a coin. I mean, in 2024 I don't have coins, and that's quite not convenient. But this one is good. So you actually have this big, let me hide again. Can you? Yeah, thank you. So as you can see, it's quite big and it's really convenient. Trust me, I've been using this tripod for like 6 years and it's good. It's really easy to attach this thing to your camera without fucking coins. And that's it about this old tripod, and let's move to my brand new tripod. Let's see what I got. Amazing. So this one is my newest tripod that I just got like 1 month ago. And this is K&F CONCEPT. To be more precise, it's BH30. What I like about this tripod, it's not heavy. Alright, it's really like 4 times lighter than the old one. So you can carry this around and you'll never get tired. The next thing that I like about this tripod is this one has 3 sectors. Basically, you just have more options to have more precise settings for your tripod without always unlocking and locking all the levels. Trust me, it's much easier when you have 3 instead of 2 or 1. I also really want to mention that I really love how this system works, because you can just with your one hand twist it like this and it's opened completely. Then you can go back, twist it again, and it's locked again completely. With one hand, it's very simple, it's very easy, and it's more convenient than on my old one. Next feature is basically this one is higher. So it's a big win for me, because as you might know, I'm quite often using my iPhone to create this kind of content, you know, and I need my tripod to be much higher because I am 186, right? So I consider myself a tall person. My old tripod is not tall enough, so I had to, like, you know, to hold it like this, and that was not really a stable thing. So this one is good, it's higher. I don't remember exactly the height, but it's good. It's enough for me. Normally, this one, you remember I was talking about the hook earlier? So this one has a hook, but I managed to lose this hook 2 weeks earlier. Yes, that was misfortune, because I was shooting on the bridge over the lake or something, and I just dropped that, so I couldn't find it, and now I don't have a hook. But normally this tripod has a hook, and now I'm kind of fucked. So probably I'm gonna buy another one, or just gonna hope that my tripod will not fall even without the extra weight on it. The next thing that I really like about this one tripod, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna demonstrate to you what is the main reason of buying this tripod, after the weight, of course, is the head. Again, not the head itself, but the system, how it works. So you can see there is no sticks, right? There's only this thing, let's call it a thing. My vocabulary needs to improve. That is something I know. I am aware of that. But anyway, this thing allows you to rotate this head almost 360. It's not 360, it's like 180. Anyway, I'm not a mathematician here. So imagine, I want to take a picture of something here. I go like this, I do like this, and it's ready to take a picture. Then I'm like, oh shit, now I want to take a picture here. Chicks, bam, ready. It's very simple, very simply you can see. Bam, bam. So yeah, basically this is one of the main reasons why I got this tripod, to be honest. But I want to be 100% honest with you, and I need to say that I don't like one thing about this particular tripod, is this detail. Do you remember I was kind of crying about the coins? See that? You see that? I have to carry a fucking coin to be able to attach this thing to my camera. I don't like it, but I can accept it, alright? Because there are way too many things that I like, okay, about this tripod. And only this small tiny detail about the coin stuff is not gonna make me hate this tripod. So I still can recommend this tripod because I love it, honestly, because it's light, it's super convenient to use, I like the system, the build quality is good, so I'm gonna forgive you. I'm really gonna forgive you, and have to mention that even though it doesn't have this huge like spinning mechanism as on the previous one, it still has kind of I don't know if you can see that. Can you focus? So you still can rotate it with your fingers, but it's not as easy as on the previous one. So gonna 50-50, you know, not gonna lie. One last thing that I forgot to tell you about this tripod is this tripod has this unique feature that you can basically detach one leg of this tripod and make it a monopod, which is, not gonna lie, quite useless to me in particular, but maybe someone can find some usage for this feature. But I have never ever used it, at least previously. Maybe one day I will actually use it and that's gonna be cool, but not yet, so I cannot tell you anything about it. But I think that's important thing to mention because probably you are looking for something with this feature, so yeah, now you know that. And now, since you know everything about the oldest tripod and the newest tripod, it's easy to sum up that the first thing that I'm looking for when I'm choosing a new tripod is the weight of the tripod, because when it's too heavy, I'm not interested. I already have my super heavy camera. Let me show you. If you didn't know, I'm sure you know that I have this huge film camera which is pure metal and it's super heavy, and this has detachable viewfinder, and you can change it to this one to make it even heavier than it was, and then you can change this not that huge lens to this much huger, much bigger lens, and then you're just gonna have a tremendously heavy camera. So yes, I am not interested in heavy tripods. The second thing that I'm looking for in a new tripod is the rotating system. I don't want any sticks. No sticks, please. As long as I am a photographer and not a videographer, I don't want any sticks on my tripod. The third thing that I'm looking for in my new tripod is the maximum height. I'm a tall person again, just gonna friendly remind you that I'm a tall person. I need a tall tripod, so basically that's it. And the last one, it's not that necessarily, but still kinda I want to have this, is the head. This part, to be able to rotate it with my hands without the fucking coin. That's it, probably. I think that's it actually. I have only 4 requirements to my every tripod, and this one, the new one, meets 3 of them. which is kind of enough because it's not that expensive. I would say it's kind of cheap. So at this point of my professional life as a photographer, I'm happy with this tripod. Maybe I won't be happy in next year, probably, but at this time, fully happy. Can recommend this tripod to you, but always think for yourself. Alright? You can come to the shop, test different tripods, test different systems, and just pick the one you like. That's the way. That's the way to do this. And at this point I have nothing else to add actually about the tripods or anything around the tripods. So yeah, and again, if you think you don't need a tripod, you are wrong. You just most likely haven't found yourself in a situation where you cannot take a picture without a tripod. But it's gonna happen. Sooner or later, it is gonna happen. Trust me, I fucked up 2 times. So thank you for watching and have a nice, beautiful day. Goodbye. Love you.